development side of things
there
for
we go.
Netmarble, working
Now
on
I'm
Marvel
recording,
Future
everything's all
Revolution.
good.
Do you have a favorite region from those we just saw?
Alright,
Mine
I'm
will be New Stark City
messaging
because that's actually
Micah to see if we can see it.
very
Sure.
early part of the game. So we actually paid a lot of extra attention to it to make sure that our players like feel like comfortable and it's a welcoming experience.
Got to put it on the stream.
So,
too,
yeah.
So we'll see.
I've spent a lot of time on it.
I haven't
Dan,
started
what about
watching
you?
the stream yet. Can you
I
send
would
me a link?
pick Xen because
to my Twitch.
you know what would Xen sound like on
Mhm.
Earth?
hold on.
With that alien imprint. It's like what would be the technology?
I mean, to the event.
against like
Oh,
technology.
the
on
YouTube?
Earth.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
How about you, Mark?
Yeah.
I love Midgardia because not only has it got the fallen gods of Asgard, but you've got all the things that come along with them. There's a fair share of trolls and frost giants and pretty much anything you'd ever want to fight if you went through the 10 realms.
Pretty cool. All right, so Joe earlier talked about the 8 main playable characters in the game at launch. I want to
we
remind
go.
all of you what those characters
Noise.
are. So we have Captain America, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Star-Lord, Black Widow, and Storm.
Okay, so the 8
Storm
characters
in this
that we've seen are
game, you
confirmed
guys.
at launch.
We actually have
so,
a video
Yeah.
of the characters that we're going to roll right now.
video of the characters. Wait, you saw this yesterday. This is all
Yeah.
the same thing.
I'm assuming that this is all going to be the same stuff as what we saw, just with English explanations this time.
Yeah, it's actually done by was it by Zoom, by teleconferencing?
Yeah, I think so. We keep it safe. I also can tell what people are saying this time.
Uh-oh, it's been streaming Overwatch. I gotta fix this.
Look, even in that video, you saved the best for last. Storm, rounding it up there.
There we go.
Danny, we have what, like 8,000 or 9,000 characters at Marvel? How and why did you choose
9,000
these
characters?
8 to
What?
start?
No,
So,
you're saying out of
you know,
9,000. Why
there's
did
a
you
lot of
decide on these ones?
consideration.
I know,
We,
what's it?
we work
There's-
with Netmarble on like the first one, popularity of the character, gameplay factor, and also
Popularity. Why do they
the
have vision?
natural pairing of this
For
character
good fucking reason. No one likes him.
to save the world in the story.
Notice how no Gambit,
we can
huh?
also pair iconic.
Oh, that's
characters
because they're
and
saving him
locations that make sense,
to make a
with this
play
cast of
character later on.
as well.
People are
So
going
we
to pay
start off with
for.
this eight,
He's the
going on
All
an
Might
epic
of
great
this.
adventures.
Yeah,
And
basically.
down the line, we'll continue expanding the world as well.
Look at that. Confirmed. Expansions. I like it. Breaking the news here. Joe, what about you? I would love to know a little bit about the gameplay differences and the styles for each characters. Like, how do they differ from one character to another?
Oh, so we wanted to make sure that we have something for everyone, like depending on what kind of a gameplay style that you would want. If you're up for like a close quarter combat kind of a stuff, then we have Captain America. And if you're like a trickster kind of a guy, then we have Spider-Man. And then also, if you're actually like a sneaky type, then we have Black Widow. And not just on the gameplay style, but also what kind of character that you're a fan of. Then like if you're a follower of X-Men, then like Storm.
Oop.
Just make sure that like again, something for everyone.
Mark,
I'm not
are you a
gonna be the
type
sneaky.
of player? I feel like you're sneaky.
You're not the sneaky.
Yeah,
I like the
definitely
sneaky
not the
sneaky.
sneaky
Sneaky's
sneaky.
good. But
I'm not the
I would say,
sneaky
as Joe said,
I'm going all for the magic.
Spidey has kind of been the one I've gravitated towards this time around.
I don't give
just because
a
of some of the
shit
amazing attacks
about
that he has.
Not
And the
Scarlet
web
Witch.
swinging, you can never
What's
go
her
wrong
name?
with the
Black
web
Widow.
Also,
yeah.
it's Spider-Man. Probably the greatest character in all of fiction. Don't at me. I'm leaving it there. We're going to move
don't
forward.
say things like that.
Because one of the things I really loved about the video, it showed some of the costumes and some of the cool characters, character
they're gonna
customization things
the
that I think
costume
we've
reveals
hinted
next,
at
I
a
think.
little bit in the lead up to this big live stream. So one of the things I also wanted to pull out is that I love
Alright, so my
stats. I
stream is
love
up.
cool numbers and details about
Oh, your stream's
Marvel
up now?
stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's
we have
up.
a stat here that is
Nice.
absolutely
Is my voice coming through?
wild to me. So there are over
If I put
Yeah.
it on, it'll come
400
through the
million,
mainstream since I'm broadcasting
400
everything.
million
I
costume
gotcha.
combinations
But give me a quick
available
second.
per hero. So 400 million costume combinations available per hero, and I know many of you watching are huge fans of the MCU, Marvel Comics. That includes all that 400 million per hero.
It's sometimes
MCU or Marvel Comics inspired.
I would hope so.
So there are also special costumes by region. There you can mix and
Dude,
match.
chat
the
is
costumes.
rolling so
You
fast.
can give, really, like,
I've never understood how anyone could even begin to read chat for these like high populated channels.
Yeah, because you can't. That's why I don't hang out with them.
It's impossible.
Like I prefer smaller streamers who have like a smaller amount of active users, because then you can actually kind of see and they'll interact with their fans more. So
Yeah. Nice. Good character models.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch.
Good hair.
Look.
Good hair.
I mean, God, I always call her Scarlet Witch. Why do I call Black Widow Scarlet Witch?
I don't
Oh my
know.
God.
I have no idea why.
Jesus Christ. It's because I think Scarlett Johansson, and I got a Scarlet Witch. I have no idea. That's my best guess.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Spider-Man looking suave. Hydra Empire. Oh, this is their costumes. Sakaar. New Stark City, okay. Mix and match, baby. So I guess... Okay. They just had her swapping the costume for her gun.
For Dr.
Which
Strange.
makes me think
I love
that
roughly Doctor
weapons
Strange.
won't be
I love that
tied to
look.
what the weapon actually
so many
looks
things.
like.
We'll get
It's
into
just
some of those looks, I'm
whatever
sure,
skin
as
you
we
have
go
on
through
for a
this.
weapon.
But one of the things we really got to talk about is the battle content. People who are watching this, they want to know what the gameplay is going to be like as they go through it. So can you, Joe, please lead us into a little bit of a discussion
Yeah, go for
about
it.
the different battle content in the game, single player, multiplayer, all that kind of stuff.
All right, so on top of all the fundamental Epic Quest missions, which is basically a single player experience, we also wanted to throw some innovative content modes to make sure we have something new, just pushing the boundary depending on what type of gamer you are.
I got late because
I
don't know
we have
who.
Blitz and Raid, 4-player boss fight stage PvE mode for.
I would have thought that they would have tagged
where you actually stand
like
up
who's
against
who.
the supervillains with your buddies.
Yeah.
And if you're not fully equipped, don't worry, because we have the special operations. It's a fair mode for everyone by balancing out the levels and stats of players evenly, so you can focus on your gameplay rather than your
guy
stats.
Is not a great like actor and or reader.
Where 2 teams, 10 players
he's just reading through it.
PvP
It's like
combat skills,
when
strategy,
you're reading
and teamwork.
something like this.
And even for a larger scale, we have the Dark Zone, 50-player free-for-all mode designed for elite players.
Yeah, you can't just read it off. You have to react to it.
Like fighting your way up to the bosses
that
while
includes
being
actually
disturbed
putting
by
in some like
other teams and players.
pauses.
Basically,
But yeah, because right now it's
PvP
like
and PvE at the same time.
he's just reading it off as fast as possible.
Cool. So that was it felt like a lot, but
you don't get all of the
dear
pizzazz
Live
with it.
viewers. We have so much more to talk about when it comes to the battle content.
See,
We're actually gonna
everyone's
talk
like,
about,
okay.
get a little bit deeper into all of that stuff in the next Marvel Live we do with Marvel Future Revolution. So
I know.
just stay tuned for that.
I think his name is Danny, whatever, on the bottom left. Danny Koo, I think.
Yeah, Danny Koo.
And he's the creator
in Marvel Future Revolution.
I'm really into the 10v10 face-off. That it's pretty awesome. It's the Omega War, and it is pretty wild. Getting to play against team versus team.
I'm mostly a lone wolf. I like a great story. That's going to be how I start the game, but I'm sure I'll play some multi. Danny, where do you tend to gravitate toward?
I tend to gravitate towards the Dark Zone, because this is where you can truly show who is your friend or who is not your friend that can backstab you and steal all your loot.
No.
Amazing.
No. Okay,
Joe,
I'm not going to
are you
Dark
going to
Zone.
steal all of Danny? Have you stolen all of Danny's loot already?
All of the time.
Oh wow.
That's against me.
That's
I would
gonna
not
be.
go-
All
I
right.
would not be going
So what
Dark
we want to do
Zone.
right now is do a
Sorry.
little Q&A.
Yep.
We're kind of like halfway into
you
this
play
episode
Division?
of Marvel Live.
No.
So what we want to
So,
do
yeah,
in a little
Dark Zone
bit,
and
we're going to give
Division
you guys,
was a
all the
place I
viewers out there, the
really went
world
into.
premiere of the starting missions featuring one of the 8 playable characters, and that's going to be determined by a viewer vote. So you,
I'm not sure
think
how I
anything
feel about
which
that
character
vote.
you want to see play as. You're going to be able to put that in the chat. I'll play it live.
Okay,
I have,
world
I
premiere of
have
the
the
starting
game running to the
missions.
side over here. But first, we have some questions that already came in from the audience.
Oh, we're
The
voting right
first
now?
is from Twitter
guess, yeah.
user Kraken Null, and Kraken Null says,
Kraken.
"Can you go into the character? Can we go into if the characters will have different skills?
Like, look how many people are
or
typing in
roles
right
to
now.
hold in
Like, good
conventional
fucking luck.
MMO
I'm
sets.
not.
That is,
I
can
have it
Doctor
full screen,
Strange
so I
be
can't see
support
chat at
slash
all.
DD,
Okay, yeah.
and or
Or,
can
the YouTube
Captain
channel.
America be a tank slash support?" And he said, "Thank you in advance." Joe, you want to
Yeah.
answer that one?
Yeah. I think I already, like gave you a hint to the answer by saying like if you're trickster style, then you could go for Spider-Man and stuff like that. So we actually have
someone?
like all the different like skill sets, and also that is also customizable to make sure that you want to be either
Yeah,
like
they're
damage
particular-
dealer or like a tank
Set.
for characters like Captain America, or for Iron Man, like we could have like some like a certain skill set, like customized to be like like direct firepower, concentrated on a single target, or it could be for the wider area for the effect, stuff like that. So you could have your roles. You could be the crowd control guy, or you could be the one who is actually doing all the damages, or you could be the tank. Like all of that you would be expecting from this kind of a genre. We got it for you.
Very
Role-based
Another
combat.
tweet. in
That
here
sounds
from
pretty.
Twitter
Yeah,
user
that sounds pretty
Kareem-
typical. And it's just
Kareem
like,
asks, if we
so they
choose
have
a
their main
character,
role, and you
how
can
are
kind of
we
change
going
them to
acquire
be a little
them?
more supporty or a little more
How do you feel about that
attacky or a little
So
more
all eight
defense, but
characters
it's all
playable
within like a certain
at launch
amount.
at the
Yeah.
very
Like you're not going to
beginning.
turn Spider-Man
Once
into
you
a
pick
tank.
a character,
You know what I mean?
through your mission,
So Storm
and there will
seems
be
more like
a natural
I may have to
progression
change my
where
character.
you can actually
You can change your character
pick
to
another
whoever you
side
want as long as you
character
don't land on
to
Doctor
play
Strange.
as well.
Hey,
So-
Slim joined us.
Go
What's
at
up,
it,
Slim?
have fun. Play any.
Yeah, what's up, Slim?
We got Slim in the channel. Hope you can
Slim
hear me.
boy?
We had a question come in live.
Oh, yeah, let me know if
and
you
I
can hear me.
It's all caps. Omega fight or flight? Question mark. I don't know if that's the question, but the
Oh.
other question is:
Omega
is there
flight.
going to be more playable characters in the future? And Danny already said we're getting more. So stay tuned for that. We haven't even
Yes.
launched the game yet. You guys want more?
This is
I
such
love
an
it.
American
I love
version
I know
Uh,
it
of,
is, right?
of a
Gamers who are
release.
hungry
Yeah,
for
where it's just
more.
like on the
We got
fly,
another
not
tweet in
planned.
here
No one
from
gives a
user
shit.
Kareem asks, "How are we going to travel from one location to another? How do you go from
Good
region to
question.
region, Joe?"
Well,
See
this is
so
a
much
superhero
Genshin
game, right?
reference in
So
the
you
chat right
travel
now.
the
Holy shit.
superhero
Oh,
way.
no.
If you're Iron Man, or if you're Storm, like those characters with the like flying abilities, then we simply let you fly around. Yeah, and then there are like tons of other gamey kind of traversing methods provided
Uh-oh.
in the game.
Oh
and you
no,
will be
is
able to
Tap gonna
find it
get
out
screwed
very soon.
again?
Probably. Oh, yeah, you're right.
We have another tweet in here from
Probably.
Aileen
Groundwalker.
Gamer. They ask, "Will characters and costumes be easy to unlock?"
Why don't they just
Danny,
give him like
how
a bullshit
difficult is it
excuse
gonna
to
be
fly?
for
Like
folks to unlock.
Tony Stark hooked up
stuff?
something with his
I don't
shield to make it
think it's
float, and
difficult
he
at
just
all.
rides on a
If you just
shield.
play through your
Yeah.
yes the epic missions and the
Character
quests,
unlocking.
you get unlocks along the way, and then you get rewarded and
Okay.
and a lot of loot from doing other multiplayer stuff. So all in all, it's very fair for a lot of users out there, and we try
Slim's
to
asking what are our
cater
thoughts on
to
this, so we're starting to believe
more,
the hype.
a lot more users than
I
in
mean,
game.
yes. Like we're about to. I mean, we're
It's exciting.
really about to
It's
find
great.
out
For
soon
those
because
listening
we're
on
going to
Marvel
be playing
Live,
it. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, back.
Keep thinking of questions.
So we'll
for
find out
our
for
next
sure
episodes of Marvel Live.
if we should
But
believe it or
now
not.
is
But
time.
like,
Vote for
I
character
do
you
think that
want to
it's.
see in
I do
live
think that it's
gameplay.
definitely
We're
something.
gonna
I
put
think
about
it's going to
1
be
minute on
good,
the clock.
and I think
Producers
it's
are gonna tally up some votes. You have 1 minute to
at
put
the very
the name of the
minimum, even if
character
it's
you want
not
us to
a
play
great
as
game,
in
it's a
the
step in the
chat.
right direction.
They will let
Yeah.
you know.
Um,
Of course, you have 8 characters.
But yeah,
to choose
I
from.
think they're going
You
to
know
do
them,
well
you
with
love
it.
them. Let us
we're
know right
about
now.
to see the game played with
I have
UI.
my
'cause
thoughts.
this guy
Obviously,
is
I
about
want to see a
fire
character
down
Yeah.
play as
a
one.
minion.
Yeah, finally.
But Mark, who do
Yeah.
you want the fans to vote for right now?
Jesus, people are
You know, I
just
think I'd go
fucking
with Star
yelling
Wars
out
today.
names
He's
right
a really
now.
fun character. Got a lot of great skill set. Real
I really wish I
fun
could watch
dialogue
chat
to
on the
write.
YouTube.
So
Dude,
I think
I
Dude,
would
chat's
want to.
going insane.
Joe,
dude.
what
What are
about
the
you?
numbers? How many people are watching this
I
right
was
now?
gonna say the same thing. It
Um,
was gonna be Star Wars, but since
I
Mark
don't know.
already
I
said
can't see because I'm on mobile.
then it's
Oh wait,
too good
5.4K.
for Star Wars.
5.4.
That's it? I thought it'd be more than
Oh,
that.
I mean, you're
No,
also
I'm not
podcast,
surprised
so-
that it's that because the other one was only
Danny,
like
what about
1K
Okay.
tops.
Wow, I was gonna say Star-Lord
I
as
mean-
well, but never mind. The red star has a line that I'll pick Black Widow.
Oh wow.
Fuck off, boy.
It's feeling very
5.4K. We're lucky to get
feeling very
540.
Black
No.
Widow
Yeah.
right now. But the
5.4?
votes have come in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is not Storm.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter. I have the game. I'm gonna play as Storm whenever I want. You wanted to see us play. as
No, not
Spider-Man.
Black Widow.
So,
God,
Spider-Man.
please,
Spider-Man.
not
Spider-Man.
Black Widow.
It's
we're gonna
Spider-Man.
do a couple
They're
minutes
playing as
of
Spider-Man.
gameplay as Spider-Man. This is a
I'm
live
okay with that.
gameplay world premiere. Hope you guys enjoy.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Let's say.
So
Don't let it end off on
So-
Black Widow.
Oh my god, the
Selection
UI looks
area.
it's got those stupid little white
Characters.
buttons. No, this is not
Oh
good.
no.
No.
Mine's just starting now. I'm a little bit behind you.
Okay.
it
Okay.
is,
Doctor
It looks like-
Strange,
but everybody wants
Spider-Man.
Oh, wow,
Control
I'm-
difficulty. You're way
I'm
behind?
way behind
do
you,
it.
I think.
Mm.
Yeah, he's like, I think picking his character right now.
Yeah, no, that's what he was. He was picking his character. I saw the
Okay.
stupid white buttons on the left. Was what I was talking about as you.
Oh,
scrolling
that's
through
okay.
The icons.
Okay, no,
I
I'll
want-
take that.
I want more stylized icons over there. Dang it.
Oh, dude, if like that's not my problem with this game right now. Like, like this right now is what's about to worry me. What it's gonna look like to actually play.
Yeah.
Like, this is where I'm gonna be like, fuck me or not.
Oh, let's see.
All right, looks good. Well, it's looking better than I
So
thought.
this is a cinematic.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, before they were only using in-game cinematics. This is not really. It's like a, I don't know. It's kind of like a in-betweeny.
Oh, here we
It's
go. Oh my God, you were right. The UI is what they showed. No.
Fuck, dude. That is not ideal.
This is not good.
Yeah, it even has the little fucking camera button down there.
Yeah.
All right. I'm still giving it a shot.
Okay, so
Lack of AI like
drag across
functionality.
the
I feel
empty
like
screen to- what did it say? Drag across the empty screen to do what?
I did not see that.
Cannot move. Okay.
Oh wait,
Oh, well, you can
drag. Oh shit! I just saw the drag across the empty screen.
Oh,
It was
okay.
it was something for camera.
Okay. It's his device is overheating. I'm ahead of you. That sucks.
Yeah, you're a good bit ahead of it, like probably 6-7 seconds.
Dang.
Okay, interesting little feature here. Okay, AI seems very stupid. AI seems very stupid.
Yeah.
I would like to see a boss,
from the guest.
and see how they interact, but right now AI is just like, well, send a group of enemy here. They point and shoot.
Your
Like,
character.
Is that a Hydra brute?
So the issue that
Big
I'm
boys.
gonna have is you've got so it looks like it's an alt build that he's building up. The Spider-Man icon on the bottom right.
yeah.
So he's got his main attack, then he has five separate attack buttons that have cooldowns,
Yeah.
and then is that a jump button that he has?
Yeah, it looks like a jump and maybe a dodge on the back right.
Yeah. Okay, and then he's got a potion. I don't know.
Okay, these bigger guys seem a little more
Double clicking
like
jump to enable
challenging.
swing. Control hero's flight altitude by moving the camera, swiping. Okay,
There you go.
now he's traversing.
Like the swing.
Oh, great! Spider-Man
Here's altitude.
is flicking his webs onto nothing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, of course, dude.
I'm still learning.
Oh my god, they even highlighted that, dude. They looked up at the sky, like, where's it going? Don't do that to me.
That goblin model is great.
Beats me, but if Hydra wants it, it must be dangerous. Hydra's the enemy here. Aim those things at them! All my enemies will pay, and your first spider.
Really bad voice actor for
Yeah.
Spider-Man, dude.
Okay, so now you got to follow Green Goblin.
Spectacular.
Okay. Let's see how that looks. I'm also like trying to pay attention to his attacks and
Yeah.
how they look. You know, if they're very consistent too, or if they're somewhat random.
The other
Because if they're super predictable, that's annoying.
the other thing I'm trying to see is like if it's easy to follow what's going on the screen. Right?
Yeah, it's true. Like
That was a pretty
if you
cool
if your character model gets lost or whatnot, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you notice the Green Goblin has like that big rectangular target that goes out? There's like a wave effect on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was interesting.
But it's there.
Yeah. I mean, he keeps doing that same attack over and over again.
Well, yeah, but it's still an interesting graphic.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. But I don't want to see it over and over and over. I don't want that to be as like one big attack,
Why not?
You got it. Yeah.
which I think that is one big attack.
I'll kill you.
Okay. You know, not bad.
No.
Not bad.
For now.
Okay.
Good rhyming there, Mark.
So now we got more Goon squads. Oh, what? Okay.
Sensation.
So it's the whole idea of the superhero versus the regular goons who just get their butt kicked
Spectacular.
really quickly.
Yeah. Like
Not
that was
quite
one
Dynasty
thing.
Warriors level, but
Like that was one thing I did kind of like about Avengers was that and I can't believe I'm saying that I like anything about Avengers right now, but
Come on.
like the AI for the enemies did seem a little better. You know what I mean?
yeah, they're more dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Like they could actually fuck you up a good bit
Would,
if you weren't
so you're
careful.
right.
Yeah.
But here, this seems very like, let's get 20 guys together and just make them shoot you.
That doesn't
Like,
bode well if the world.
and then you're gonna attack them and they don't even move at all. You know, they don't try to dodge or anything.
I
I guess we're doing it.
don't know how. I hope it has like good controller support. Because that UI is super crowded.
Oh yeah, are you talking about for what it's gonna look like on mobile? Because I don't think on computer it's gonna be that bad, but on mobile I think that's gonna be troublesome.
Quit, do you?
So you have
Now
what?
is probably a
8
good
buttons?
time.
9
Because I think I'm
buttons
about to be
you have to
sick.
Yeah,
Suffer long, boy.
yeah, it's crowded.
I'll make sure.
Red Goblin.
Oh, is Red
Just a
Goblin
direct
Green
pull
Goblin?
from some comic stuff.
I guess
Amazing
so. Whoa,
Spider-Man.
whoa,
Wait,
whoa.
the
Okay,
fuck?
that's pretty cool effects.
This is like Lizard Goblin? What the fuck is this?
Also on fire. Stop being on fire, Spider-Man.
That's Red Goblin? Okay, alright.
But the fire effects actually look pretty good.
Check out these.
Yeah. I want to see, like, the explosions are always in the background. I want to see them, like, up in the screen. There's that same move again.
Stop burning, Spidey.
Forget the dodge button.
So it looks like you have a 5-second cooldown
But I wanna
on
fight.
your health potion.
I really did not want health potions to be a big part of this game.
It's like Diablo, dude.
Yeah, but it makes more sense, like, to have health potions in Diablo,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, here, I've never seen anyone take a fucking health potion in Marvel. This isn't fucking DBZ popping sensu beans, you know what I mean?
Oh no. Quick time events.
Symbiote is
Are there?
rejecting me. I must have its power.
This way.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Whatever
Yep,
that
on
thing
there
is,
now.
Norman, you might want to get it looked at. Worry about yourself, Spider. Because
Oh,
next
Red
time,
Goblin
you
is
will
a
be
symbiote? Oh.
Me? Lucky? That's a new twist. And so is that symbiote thing. Oh man, I missed the truck? Knew that my luck wouldn't last long. What a day. It's not over yet, Web Slinger.
Hmm.
Still entering. Wait, what? Oh!
Whoa!
New Spider-Man.
Who are you?
New Spider-Man, what are you talking about?
Oh, wait.
The neighborhood.
What was that? What was
Wait.
that about Spider-Man?
That
Oh,
neighborhood
you
just got a lot bigger,
motherfucker.
Pete.
Ruined that surprise.
I keep forgetting you're
You know
like
what?
7 seconds.
Why not?
behind.
It's not like my day could get any weirder. So basically, multiple Earths are all about to collide.
I
with
would
each
be
other.
like a little more inquisitive as to like what the fuck, why is there two Spider-Man?
There's
Not
no
like,
telling what
yeah,
the
sure,
Virgin
whatever, it's a
Flame Star is.
Thursday. So yeah, why don't we just hop in and have fun together?
Lucky for us, we've got heroes from tons of other dimensions to help out if it does.
But I don't know, maybe that's just the life you live as like a superhero where it's just like, dude, I have so much weird shit happen to me that yeah, this really is like a fucking Thursday, so I'll go with this. Yeah.
Courtney Frazier. Gotta admit, she's kind of cute.
I don't know yet. Oh, there she is.
There it is.
Dude, she looks like that
Good
one
job.
chick from Game of Thrones.
I did. Look,
Oh,
let's be honest. I did a fine job. I did an okay
Like
job.
the one
I
that
actually am
annoys
a little
the
bit better
hell
than
out.
Captain
Like
America.
The one who played Sansa.
But
Yeah,
still,
the one that's like, I want to
laughed.
have Joffrey's babies.
Now, I heard you say, Danny, I needed to
Wait,
dodge
what?
more. That's an important part for
no.
See that-
Spider-Man's character.
What are you talking about? That's her line. That's what she
Yeah, so
said.
any characters. It's an action game.
Oh,
so
that's
you
right,
have to
in the
time
early-
it
Yeah,
right
okay,
time.
like
okay.
the first
Dodge will allow
episode,
you
she's like, I want to have
invincibility
Joffrey's
window that
babies.
Yeah,
does not
okay,
get
sorry.
hurt.
That's
And it was like,
So,
that was the
especially
moment I
it's a very
hated that
important
character.
boss fight as well.
I was like,
Badass
ugh.
at the end,
Joe, how much fun
Dude,
is
I
it
don't know
to,
about all
to
that.
actually see, the game be played and for fans
He's
now
been to
to
the
get
north.
their eyes on this title?
Annoying till the
I might
end, I
be
say.
smiling right now, but I was actually really nervous.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the
man.
world premiere, like
I
you
don't know,
just
Slim,
mentioned,
still
right?
with us. What are your thoughts on what you just saw?
Yeah, and it's live. Like I was playing that
It just
live,
happened.
so it's pretty cool.
What did he say?
Hope you had a blast.
No, I was asking Slim like what his thoughts
I
are.
had,
on what
I
he
had so
just
much fun.
saw.
Mark,
I mean,
Yeah, I'm asking what he
like,
said because I
how much
can't
of
see it on the
you played
screen.
through? Obviously, you're a
can't see-
writer. You
yeah,
get to
no,
write
he hasn't
all
replied
kinds of
yet.
really cool stuff in the game. But how much of you are going to play?
Dude,
A whole bunch. We get to see
I'm,
various stages
like-
as we're going through it, but it's still every time it comes.
I'm
to the
not
screen, it blows
sure
my mind
what to
to see
think.
how much detail has been
Well,
packed into this
We
game and
have
into
a
these
couple of hours,
characters.
and then we'll be able.
And it just
did
keeps
you wind
getting
up
better
setting
and
it up?
better with every new
No,
version.
I
of
haven't.
every
I don't.
video
I
that
actually don't
see
think
and
I'll be
every
able
gameplay.
to.
It's
Why
just
not?
something special.
The Mac combined
And of course,
combined
that was
with
just one
the
of the 8
need
playable
for
characters that will be
the,
available at launch.
emulator
There's
combined
so
with the
much more
VPN,
that
like,
we'll be able to check
I
out.
feel
and
like it's
play
too
as.
many things.
Joe, kudos to you and the team.
None of it is
at
actually
at
the
Marvel
only tricky
for
thing.
making
I
a
think,
really
for you
immersive
would
and incredible
be
game.
if
It's a lot of fun. It really
the
is.
app. What
Yeah,
is it?
thank you,
Emulator.
Ryan, and
No,
to,
the LD
to
so
the
if the LD
viewers.
player works on Mac, I don't
greetings
know.
from the
Gotcha.
team, the dev team, and the whole team here. We we paid, like lots of, we put a lot of soul and time and efforts into this. So hope you guys
Let's hope
love
so.
the game as much as we do.
Sure do. All right,
Funny if you signed
everyone
up.
out
Fuck you,
there,
Ryan.
It is time. You can pre-register for Marvel Future Revolution right now. It's super easy. You can go to
Yeah, we sure do.
MarvelFutureRevolution.com. And when you go there, you can claim a special costume inspired by Marvel Comics.
I would like to hear
As you
them
can see,
say
we got
officially September
Spider-Punk,
30th
90s
for the day that it
Storm,
comes
which
out.
is
See, I don't
I
know
love
if they
that one.
can
When I
say
saw
that
that this
because
morning, I
right
was
now
like,
it's
"Oh
soft launching in
man, she
Canada.
looks so good."
So
There's going to be so many great costumes.
they
You see
have
those there. You can
time.
get those for pre-registering.
They've given
You
themselves
can
time, so
pre-register
September
now on
30th.
Google
Because
Play,
usually the way it
the
goes,
Apple
we know,
App
it's
Store
soft
and on
launch, runs it for a couple of
MarvelFutureRevolution.com, and of
months,
course,
and then
check
it'll
the
open
link
up
in the
to a bigger
description to
audience.
pre-register right
Yeah,
now.
but
Look,
excuse me.
y'all,
September
time
30th
flown.
is a couple
That was
months
it.
away,
We
though,
did
so
it.
that
That's,
would
an
that would
episode of
track.
Marvel Live. Joe, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm sure I'll
So
see you
don't miss
again.
Yeah, don't miss
That
out
was
on
it?
the
Yeah.
pre-rec costumes. Our treat.
Oh
It's
lord,
very cool.
This guy.
Danny, I'm probably bug you about something
Dude,
real soon, but thank you
This
for joining
guy
us.
is
Always a pleasure,
the host
Ryan.
of the century, dude.
And Mark,
I was
I
thinking
am
of
very glad
Joe.
we got.
Wait, what'd he
you
say
guys
about
over
free
here.
costumes?
You're a
pre-reg.
mensch.
If you pre-reg,
Thanks
you
for
get a
being
free
here.
costume.
Glad to be
Oh,
here. Ryan.
okay,
Thanks so
I
much for
didn't know
having me.
that. Luckily, I
so excited to see
pre-registered,
that
so
we'll
yeah,
finally
I'm
get to
set.
play this.
Yeah. So am I. Of course, again, one last time, you go to MarvelFutureRevolution.com to pre-register. You can also check the link in the description to pre-register right now.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us here on Marvel Live. I'm Agent M, and this is Marvel,
Okay,
your universe.
you can go ahead and close out of that.
Well, I'm just gonna pause it, and we can just talk about it.
Yeah.
So overall, like, oh, I think we kind of touched on a lot of the stuff that we're concerned about that
Yeah.
we're hopeful for. They didn't show anything PvP wise.
No, they didn't compared to yesterday.
Yeah.
So it was
I'm
much
already-
shorter compared to yesterday. There was a lot of stuff they didn't show.
Yeah, I'm already disappointed in the UI. I liked when they were showing yesterday's showcase and they had that slick moment where they were in the practice realm and they had the UI that was stylized. I'm like, this is actually pretty cool looking. But it turns
Yeah.
out that the icons that we're getting are those same icons that they had in the screenshots.
I did
However-
notice that there wasn't quite as much on the
Yeah.
top right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. So, but there's still chance. Like, you know, it is a soft launch. There are some things that are probably going to change,
Mhm.
and who knows? Maybe the UI is one of them. They're still kind of tweaking what the final buttons are going to look like.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's you know, like one of my, I think my biggest concern about the UI in general was the top right area, only because there was so much frivolous stuff there
Yeah,
on the pictures that we saw before. Like your fucking mail. Like, why is there the fucking mail icon while I'm playing the game? You know what I mean?
The
Like, that's
mail
not the
and
time to check that.
Yeah. Hey, Drew's on. What's up, Drew? He just joined. He hopped into the Twitch.
Ah,
He said
very
it looks-
nice.
He said it looks good. It looks so
Yeah.
good.
Well, so yeah, with the UI, like, I definitely think, you know, I want to see what they do with that. You're right; it could evolve over the course of the beta. I'd imagine it's not going to change too much, though. But with there being so many buttons also on the bottom right, like, I feel like it will get crowded on a mobile screen, and I still don't know what in the world that little camera button is.
Yeah.
But it bothers me that it's just floating there where it is. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that could just like you could accidentally hit something like that so easily, and there's already so much other stuff on the screen. So yeah, I'm curious to see how it works out. Really, I guess, won't get a chance to see how it feels to play on mobile until we actually get the global release, because all of us are going to be playing on computers.
BlueStacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think after it goes global, I'm going to stick to BlueStacks. I hope I can get like good keyboard mouse control set up or whatever.
Mhm.
Maybe even controller. I don't know. It's just like playing action RPGs on a small screen like that just gives me eye strain like there's no tomorrow.
I'm all about that mobile play, dude. I need that mobile play in my life. So I want it to run well. And if it doesn't run well on mobile, like, I'm not going to play it on the computer. Like, that's... And so I guess I'm like the polar opposite of you on that.
No, no. I wholeheartedly agree with you. It's got to run well on mobile. If it doesn't,
Yeah.
then you're right. What's the point?
Yeah.
I think for me though, like, I just think back to trying to play Genshin and even MHA on a mobile phone with that controller scheme. It just didn't work well for me. As I said, I've got large thumbs, so I'm covering too much of the screen and I can't
Mhm.
see. And you know, the buttons are all I liked being able to see the entire screen and not having it. And then if I had my iPad died, so I need a new iPad. Maybe that's the thing, right? I need to play it on my iPad. That's the
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the key.
So I think
But
what
yeah.
I'll do is for like Diablo Immortal, when that comes out, I'll play it on an iPad. I'll just get a new iPad for it.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, it looked better than I thought it was going to look. I'll say that. I
Okay.
do not like the fact that with Spider-Man specifically, and probably for any other character that has that similar mechanic, yeah, they fly on nothing. They hook up to nothing, which bothers me, dude.
That
and-
was a little unfortunate.
Yeah, and that's another thing that Avengers did pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was that you had to hook up on something.
Well, I don't know. We haven't seen Spider-Man in Avengers, so how do you know?
I mean, that's true. Maybe his wing, his shit just goes fucking in the sky like
I would
noodles.
say that's what like the Spider-Man game and the Miles Morales game did quite well.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah,
They
exactly.
you have to have an anchor point, a realistic anchor point. And the other thing they did also is if you didn't have something that was above you, like you're in the middle of a park, he could always use something ahead of him, like a tree or a lamppost or something, even like the ground to like kind of shoot off of, or use to propel him. So that I think was a pretty good thing to have, and it was kind of disappointing that in this game they don't kind of have that same mechanic where it's like you have to have an anchor point for Spider-Man. Plus, it's also I think it's a good idea to like, oh, we're in the middle of a flat area. Maybe I shouldn't bring Spider-Man. He's not going to have the ability to move as much.
Well, yeah, and it's just like, I mean, it's more realistic, and B, it also helps out with the really shitty feeling of someone that is ground bound, like Captain America, where it's like, bro, like really, like what the fuck are you attached to right now? You're gonna tell me this shit isn't overpowered? Like, it starts to feel a lot worse if you're Captain America on the ground and you're like, well, that's not fair when you see Spider. Yeah,
Star-Lord has rocket boots. Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like at least with the rocket boots, you're like, all right, rocket boots. You don't need anything for that. But when you see, if you're Captain America and you see Spider-Man shooting shit up into the sky and it's somehow sticking, you're probably pissed.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking more along the lines of like Captain America saying, "Look, I can't get something. Star-Lord has rocket boots. I mean,
yeah,
give me
that's
something."
tech. Yeah. Well, that's like tech. Like I feel
you can't use.
You
tech.
feel like. Yeah, exactly. Like you feel. Well, that's my point. Like you feel like Tony would probably have like handed him some rocket boots by now.
I
like
think Tony
been like, "Hey, bro."
I think Tony ironically doesn't give him anything because he's like, "No, you think you're a badass man? Like, come on, super soldier, keep up."
But I mean, where does the line drawn with saving the world and like I don't want you to be as cool as me?
With Tony
like,
Stark, there is the line is there's always there. Come on, man, it's Tony.
I
Stark.
feel like there had to have been a conversation right around Thanos where he was like, you know, Tony, like we have this really bad guy coming around. Like maybe you make me a suit. How about that? Like we try out me in a suit since I'm like 1,000 times better than you at everything. Normally, imagine me in a fucking suit, dude. And then Tony's like, no. Yeah, I'm going to hard pass on that. Exactly. I would rather Thanos beat this fucking world into a pulp before I make you a fucking suit.
Exactly. That's it. There you go.
He'll do anything for the world except for that.
Yep, exactly. Anything in the world except for give Cap a suit.
Yep. But, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, the AI isn't exactly what I wanted. I hope that they still have time to kind of smarten them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I feel like they definitely at least should have the AI sophistication between all of their games, and or like since they're in alliance with Marvel, like, you know, maybe borrow some AI, you know, from some of the other games just to kind of smarten them up a little bit.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, because something needs to happen there, and I don't just want like more damage, like to make things more dangerous. Like, no, I don't just want like, you know, beef tanks and, you know, super weapons. I want like some thoughtful, like, oh, there's someone about to shoot me. As a normal person, I would probably try to dodge that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make them smarter and more coordinated, perhaps, because that was one of the things.
Yeah.
Like, you know, somebody jumps you with melee and grabs you, then somebody else shoots at you, right? That kind
yeah,
of thing.
Exactly. Like that's cool shit right there.
Yeah, then as the hero, you can be like, oh, I could either break out of this or duck and the guy gets shot or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? So those
thoughtful mechanics. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. The goon squad mentality of AI is something that is kind of boring and doesn't really show a level of, you know, development or design sophistication, right? Make the game smarter for the players, because we've all kind of matured in these games to the point where it's like, yeah, we can play them a little bit better. They don't have to be completely dumbed down for someone to have enjoyment.
Right. And so, you know, we'll see what happens with that, but either way, I think it definitely looks good enough to try out. And I feel like we're going to know we will literally know very soon what it is like, but more specifically you. But I feel like it also won't take you very long to know. Like once you're starting to play it, like how it's going to feel. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like if you're going to know probably in the first like 10 minutes on this, if you like it or not, because you're going to use basically all the mechanics very quickly.
Look, here we go. Check it out. I have it just sitting on my screen, just waiting and waiting.
Exactly. And we do know a little bit about, like, you know, what the offers are, at least as of right now. So we know that there's some type of, so these are the in-app purchases. Looks like the highest one, the crystals are their currency,
Mm-hmm.
and it's reported that their highest price currency offer is basically 5,450 plus 1,050 crystals, and that's cost $90. So that's roughly about 6,500 crystals total.
So here's the thing that I'm frustrated by. They haven't learned from other teams, or maybe they have a special offer. But I like that special offer of like the first time you buy that kind of gem or crystal, whatever the currency is, you double the amount for the very first purchase.
It's great for converting non-spenders to spenders. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Right.
And they're the statistic. I'm sure, especially as I'm sure is like. The second that someone buys, they are far more likely to buy again. As long as they make that first purchase, then they're converted. So, yeah.
They haven't mentioned anything about a battle pass or anything like that, right?
Well, they do have two prices here for memberships. So, Alpha Future membership, $4. That seems reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Omega Future membership, $27. That's big, dude.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That's a little rough.
I'm for it if they give you shit that's actually worth it. And I'm not talking about like $25 or $27 rather guaranteed every month. Like I don't want just like, oh yeah, if you calculate this up, then technically you are getting more than you would if you bought them all separately. I'm not talking like that. I'm talking like obvious in your face, like, whoa, this is a fucking amazing deal for $27. That's what I want,
Yeah, if I'm giving you almost $30 a month, you better be damn well certain that I don't feel like I'm wasting my money.
Exactly. I want to see this and know that I don't have to fucking calculate out the benefit here. That this thing is just flat out way better. Yeah. So because that's honestly one of the biggest like monthly membership prices I've seen on a mobile game.
Yeah, definitely.
That's big.
Usually it's like $5 or $10 or $12, something like that.
Or it's split up at least.
So like I'm thinking of along the lines of like, here's $30 a month. What you need to be giving back to me is not just like $40 or $50 worth of stuff, but $40 or $50 worth of stuff that I want, that things that are going to be important to me.
Not frivolous shit.
Exactly. Not, maybe a couple of vanity items here and there, but like as I'm progressing through the game, maybe I'm getting experience faster, or I'm getting more coins in return, or crystals or whatever in return for things as I progress. Right? You're like, complete a mission. A normal person would get 100 crystals. Somebody who has like the lower tier would get like 200. You at the higher tier, you get 500 or 600 or something like that.
Yeah.
There's some way where it feels like, all right, I'm going through the game, and I would like maybe pay, if I were to do this straight up, it would be more close to like 1.5 to almost 2 times the amount of what the value is. But again, it has to be in line with something that I would want to purchase, not frivolous crap that I don't care about.
Yeah, exactly. And I think also, like one of the things that I saw, like speaking of kind of microtransaction-y stuff that I know they're going to capitalize on, skins. I think that like I saw whenever they were showing the little skin montage, that the gun changed.
Yeah.
Whenever they were doing that, I had hoped for at least that we were going to have like unique items. Like,
well, they're here in the game.
Right. So, but that leads me to believe that you're not going to get like a unique model for changing out gear.
Oh,
so like,
do you mean like you get a new piece of gear and it looks different? So like,
right.
So for example, like you've got the normal Spider-Man costume and you get new gauntlets. Is it going to look like new gauntlets on Spider-Man, or is it going to be the same Spider-Man costume, but he just has upgraded stats?
Correct. And kind of like, like Avengers, they don't have like, it's always looks the same, right?
Yeah.
It looks whatever your skin is, regardless of the gear that you equip. And that's what I think actually the route that they're going on. I personally don't like that route as much, but there is kind of a hybrid system that I've seen in games before where at least your weapons look different and your armor doesn't. Your armor matches a particular skin, but your weapons can look different.
The best implementation of that system is transmog, where
Mhm.
it doesn't matter what you have. You can pick a look and keep it that way. And then no matter what you upgrade, it'll automatically keep that look. So then so cosmetically you can look like whatever you want, but your stats will be the same. The difference with that then is you can't visibly tell the power of a
About to
character.
say, I don't like that as much.
Yeah, that there are drawbacks to everything, right?
Yeah.
You have the WoW mechanic where it's like, no, you for a while there you're gonna look like a freaking hobo who rolled into the armor pile and just walked out with whatever stuck to him. But eventually, as you get bigger and better and better, and you're gonna get more and more gear, you'll be immediately recognizable to anybody who
That's-
just goes, "Holy shit, I want
Yeah.
that look."
So like that for like I always think of WoW and Destiny are the two that I think of whenever it comes to that, and like or at least like slightly older Destiny now you can do some different things to make your shit look better. But yeah, like as far as like having, I like to have that cycle of the guy doesn't look so good, and then at the end they look fucking awesome with all your awesome shit.
Mm-hmm.
Your epic gear literally looks epic. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I do like that stuff. So I really like, you know, from the looks of it, it looks like that's not going to be the case. It's just like their skins, that's it, and gear will not affect the visuals of that.
Yeah.
But I hope that I'm wrong, or there's some kind of option there, and that I will, at least for weapons, get like a unique look to them. Which, you know, we'll see what pans out there. But I mean, those are my big things. Like, so I would say worried still on a few things. Graphically, like I'm a little more at ease, but still not totally out of the woods. Like
visuals aren't scary to me anymore. The UI still needs some work, I think.
Yeah.
Control, I'm currently worried about the control scheme a little bit because there's a lot of buttons that
Yeah.
is, and so it's going to be just figuring out how all that works. Then there's also how playable is it on mobile device versus computer. You know, emulators. They did say they've got like full emulator support, so that's a good thing to hear. Which means they might have embedded controller support within the emulator already, which is a nice touch to have. But unfortunately, it is that time now where we gotta cut it off.
Yep.
Gotta do the family thing. But
yeah, gotta get ready for the actual game for you to play.
Yep, exactly. Was it 10 o'clock? We got a big night. We got Marvel Future Revolution Canada launch tonight at 10.
Mhm.
2 hours later, we got Loki. Episode 4.
Are you loving it? Are you
dude,
loving it so far, dude?
Yeah. I don't want to get into spoilers with anybody who's on, but yeah, Loki is just
I just like that my shot was called. That I called my shot, dude.
What are you talking about?
Yep.
What shot was
Oh
that?
yeah, dude. It ain't over. I know you think that you won that, but I'm telling you right now, you did not, dude. Things are not what they appear, man.
All right, well, there's a lot of that. The revelation in the last episode was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, we will bid everyone adieu. And Hebrew, as usual, man, always good hanging out and chatting. You'll probably be asleep later on, maybe, or if you want to swing by.
Oh, bro. I mean, there's lots of stuff you'd like to do here. So yeah, I'll be on. I mean, like I'm going to force at least one of you guys, whether it be Chew or you, to turn your shit on, or Muggin, I guess, to turn your shit on and let me watch while you play.
I will. If I can get this thing to work and, go through the rigmarole of setting it up on the LD player or whatever, I'll definitely stream it, and I'll
absolutely
open it up, I think, to the A&R pod or the A&R community as a whole, because I just did this for the patrons, give them a little something, right?
Right.
We've been neglecting them for a little bit. They need a little extra.
Yeah, but yeah, we will definitely, it'll be fun to bring it over to the A&R. Like, I already have people asking me to make a channel for it, so
there you go. Throw it in that channel.
There you go.
Post it there. So all right. On that note, Drew, Slim, it's good hanging out with you guys. Thanks for popping in. Hebrew, we'll catch you later, man.
See ya.